All right, welcome back to Roadwarden. I titled the stream "The Final Chapter?" because I think this might be the last time I play Roadwarden. If I am to be honest with you guys, after the previous 4 streams, I haven't really connected with the game in a fun way. It's not a bad game, and there's actually a lot about the game that I like. But I'm thinking, like, I just haven't felt like I'm playing the game yet. I feel like I'm clicking through a tutorial, or like I'm just not excited for it yet. And I mentioned this at the end of last stream, so I could change my mind. If something incredible happens and I get hooked, we will continue. But I also want to be realistic, or at least set the expectations realistically that, yeah, you don't have to finish every game you play. And if a game doesn't connect with you, it's not necessarily a reflection on you or the game. So yeah. Oh, hey, 27, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see you. And so, yeah, let's hop into Roadwarden. The monks of the Orders of Truth study rites tablets, magic, crafts, and nature, and teach their followers to understand and accept the world. My music is a little too loud. At least in my headphones it is. I don't know if is it too loud for you guys? It might be. It's confusing because then there's like atmospheric sounds that are really nice that I want you guys to hear as well, but I can't tell what it actually sounds like for you because I just look at decibel numbers on OBS. It's good, 27? Okay. All right. Continue. But yeah, I mean, before we jump back in, one of my thoughts earlier about this game is like, it reminds me a little bit of why I didn't like, or I shouldn't say I didn't like Graveyard Keeper, but I had a problem with Graveyard Keeper where it would give me a quest, and then it would daisy chain that quest behind like what felt like hours and hours of other quests that I needed to complete before. And I kind of feel like this game is doing that a little bit. Like, if I come to my journal, I've only completed one quest. And a lot of these quests, you simply can't complete. Like, Find the Roadwarden is one that I'm like, oh, that actually would be really good. But every time I've tried to go, like, for example, to the White Marshes, a village in the Northwest. I tried to go to the Northwest. Actually, let me show you on the map what I'm talking about. Like, I tried to go over here, but I was blocked at every possible opportunity. And so then it's very dissatisfying to then be forced along a path. Like, I get it if like maybe the White Marshes is end game and they want to tease it. But I also don't get that because it's really frustrating if I set a goal, like, or I just want to play the game and what feels natural, or I want to play the game my way. It kind of feels like the game is, I don't know, it's not giving me as much agency as I would like. And that's one of my frustrations. But otherwise, I mean, I'm not hating the game. Anyways, what were we supposed to be doing? What was happening the last time that we played? Wait, where are we? What is this? We're over here in Howler's Dell. A prosperous village of farmers and animal breeders. You're currently here. Wait, what? Did I leave the fish trap over here? I want to travel. I want to go find my fish trap. You pass the area where you and the scavenger encounter dragonlings, but the only thing left of them is a few puddles of blood. All right. Here we go. This is it. Oh. Let's see if my fish trap had any luck. Yeah, okay. Oh. You know, this is, I think, a good illustration of one of my other frustrations with this game. It's a little too hardcore. Like, and maybe that's part of the experience, but like, it's so punishing. You know, like, I feel like I'm not playing the game correctly, and I don't like a game that sort of forces you to play it correctly in order to have fun. Or I don't know, I'm not saying it's forcing me, but you know, you're too late, your catch is already starved to death. Well, I wouldn't have starved to death if I remembered I didn't know that the river was here. I thought the river was at the other town because all of the, I don't know, it all kind of looks the same. But anyways, okay, well, so much for that. I'll take the fish trap back with me. All right, I want to wash myself. The living stream won't help much. Okay, I won't get any cleaner. You know, I guess this is sort of like a good example of, I don't know, just you're kind of doing stuff in the game, but you're not progressing. So let's see, what else was I supposed to do? Let's see if we can go to the northwest. Wait. Because I do really want to go to the White Marshes. Let's see. The path is clear in a way. The pebbler is nowhere in sight, but the road is covered with leaves and broken branches. The only fruit-bearing trees are growing right on the sides of the road, surely planted there by humans. There are many more fruits and leaves the monster may chew on. The monster? Who's the monster? So it may return any day now. Oh, there was a monster here? If it craves what this place has to offer so much, I should just get rid of its food. It may take an hour or two, but at least I'll gather some fruits for myself. Sure, yeah, I'll grab some fruit. I do need food, so that's a... You prepare all your tools, especially your thick protective gloves, and tether Duskrunner to one of the younger trees. It's not an easy task. You spend more than an hour cutting down twigs, shaking off the fruits of the thinner branches, picking them by hand, or hitting them with a stick. Your rope helps you stay secure, and the first few minutes of climbing is closer to fun than work, but the longer it takes, the more tired you become. You finally take a break to eat a couple of plums and apples, but the best ones you save for later, covering them with a blanket and putting it on the very top of your bundles. You're standing on a carpet of greens, browns, reds, and purples. You drag some of the thicker branches to the side to make riding forward easier, but the earthworms and boars are going to have a feast. Let's hope the pebbler. So the pebbler is a monster. Is that in my... Pebblers. They can get as big as a house and maybe just as heavy. From time to time, pebblers look for some unusual tastes, like meat or honey. Wait, but what is a pebbler? Like, what's a pebbler? And maybe, yeah, there's still more to learn about them. But yeah, where at least a basic visual description would be nice. But all right, I guess that's one of my other frustrations is I feel like there's a lot of detail in this game, but most of that detail isn't relevant or like all that interesting. But I don't know. Let's hope the pebbler's picky enough to ignore all the mess on the ground. Okay. Whatever type of creature the pebbler is. The corridor of prune trees leads you to a steep ascent. Behind them grows a peaceful meadow filled with flowers and crickets, and the humming of a waterfall. On the beaten path, you spot no footprints or wheel trails, but there's smoke on the horizon. Okay, I dismount and lead Duskrunner on a rope. The pastures and fields are spread over an unnatural plateau. Humans must have been carving in the hill for generations, covering it with soil brought here in buckets and wagons. Among the weeds and tall grasses, you spot rotting tools and a tunic. The pasture's overgrowing, and so are the fields. Some of the oats are ready for harvest. But why would I think that something is wrong? Why would I? I'm not going to prepare my axe, because based on this information, there's no reason I would think anything is wrong. I stay calm. The locked gate is taller than a troll. And again, how tall is a troll? I'm just imagining it's a normal gate. You can't imagine climbing up the massive wall. For a moment, you follow the path to the edge of the cliff. The roaring ocean is more than 100 feet below you. Right? Like, I don't want to like dwell on details, but to say that the gate is taller than a troll, I don't know. I don't know why that's in here. Do trolls pass through this gate? Is that why? Like, this is Troll Town or something? I'm the troll over here, trolling the text. You spot no one looking at you from the watchtower. No patrols of archers. The wall is occupied by black and blue birds of various types. You return to the gate and focus on the sounds. There are a few screaming ibexes. A young boy is crying. What? You're watching the Jimmy Carter funeral. I forgot that was today. All right. I knock on the gate with my fist, and there's a young boy crying. The thudding scares away the birds. They caw loudly, starting the cacophony of throats and flapping wings. After maybe a minute, you hear a bronze plate scratching against the wood as someone reveals the peephole. The strict female voice stops you from moving closer. Traveler, old Pagos is secluding, for it has been smitten by a deadly plague. Begone before ye get sick. This is Old Pagos? Is that what this is now? Old Pagos. What's my joke? Let your Roadwarden in. I can handle a sore throat. Do you need any help? Just introduce myself. I'll just be friendly. Do you need any help? No one can save us. You look into the young brown eyes that match the skin of the black-haired owner. While the woman looks like a southerner, she has a strong local accent. Wait, I thought there was a boy crying, but I guess this isn't the boy. Okay. She follows you cautiously without blinking. Wait, did I pass through the gate and I didn't notice? Okay. Like a fighter awaiting a strike. She expects me to hit her? North from here in the monastery live masters of spells and potions, blessed people guided by the right themselves, and even they are powerless. You hear more footsteps gathering near the entrance. May them be blessed, for they look after our ill. A weak voice of an elder chips in. We thank you, Warden, the woman continues. We can't know how many of us will see the winter. If you really want to help us, warn the other tribes. They wouldn't move a finger for us, but we ought to protect them. Can I ask you a few questions while I'm here? Ask, but there's not much we can do for you. We see no one, we travel nowhere, we were born on this hill and will die here. After a few breaths, her eyes get kinder. I'm Tertia. If you bring any news, I'll take them to our council. I'm looking for Asterion. You can't tell anything from her eyes. Isn't he dead? What makes you think that? I'd say that about any traveler who disappeared in the wilds. Wardens may know their roads, but they're not above humans. Don't you know the saying? Wait 2 days for the lost, 10 for the wounded, 20 for the ill and mad. You don't wait for more. So you were waiting for him? That's not much of a secret. She looks to her right, then at you again. Head far east to the crossroads. You'll find a watchtower, an old building made of our stone. You notice the pride in her voice, but hardly used since the war. Your friend wanted to turn it into a shelter, hire guards, patrol the roads. He took our key and rode away. He was meant to meet with us again. Trade for materials and tools. Never happened. Any idea who else could have such a key? Wait, what key? What is he talking about? Oh, he took our key. Key to what? Key to the town? You gave him the key to the town? Yeah, okay. Before it was completed, the builders were spending the rainy days in the coastal village in the far north. Gale Rocks, it's called. Ask there. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I just have... if my brain just operates differently, but I just don't understand this. I understand it's a text-based RPG, but the text should be like relatively easy to follow. But I feel so confused. So it just makes it, I don't know. I kind of have this feeling like, you know, when someone gives you a book or recommends a book and is like, oh, this is such a great book. And lots of people like the book, but you're reading it and it's not a bad book, but you're just sort of like, I'm not connecting with like the characters or the story. That's kind of how I feel with the Roadwarden, which is why I was saying earlier that I don't know if I'm going to actually complete this game. This might be the last time I stream it, and we can move on to something else, but who knows? Maybe something crazy will happen and I'll have my mind blown. But yeah. I did watch the poop deck video 27 in Discord. That was that was a good little Family Guy bit. I don't want to hear about the illness. I really don't care. Which way would you take if you were to travel to the Watchtower? Wait, what do you mean the Watchtower? Isn't this the Watchtower, like over here? The crossroads, or wait. I don't care about the bandits. Do you have anything for sale? I don't really... Well, maybe I'll ask. I'll look. We hardly have enough for ourselves. We used to get supplies for rocks and sculptures, but the monks advised us against it. Our wares may carry the illness. All right. Yeah, and maybe that's another frustration I have. Like, clicking on options only to be told no. Like, 90% of the options you pick here, the character's like, no, sorry. I'm like, well, why does the game present that as an option? Why is there even the option to ask about buying stuff if they're just going to be like, no, sorry, we don't got anything? Do you want me to ask the other villages for help? No, I met Quintus, the gatekeeper. He's doing fine. Yeah, Quintus, we met him last time. So he's still with us. Her voice rings with enthusiasm. She asks about his well-being, reacting to your story with a mixture of worry and joy. I'm sorry to hear about his nose. I hope he knows what he's doing. In his position, I would just look for work in Howler's Dell or ask for help from a friend, from his friends at Pelt. What was that? What am I supposed to do with that information? I don't know. Like, did that forward a quest or something? In my journal? No. No. People from the other tribes are looking for spouses. I do remember I had a quest related to this. She blinks, as if the question reached her from another realm. We can't be sure of the next spring, even less so that our gates will ever open. I can't offer you any promises for the tribes. Also, okay, again, I don't want to come across as like overly critical, but I was thinking about the world. And this is supposed to be like a really well-drawn world. Like some of the reviews on Steam were saying this is like Lord of the Rings or Westeros or The Witcher. I've never actually played The Witcher, so I can't really say, but you know, that quest about finding spouses came from this town up here, right? I think it was Foggy Lake. It's a 4-hour walk, right? It's a 4-hour walk to the settlement over here. But the way they behave is as if as if the distances are much greater, and it takes days and days. And it's just like, you know, it breaks my immersion a little bit. And the travel time between towns matters because it affects like my stamina, you know. So it's like it's important that these places are a certain distance so that, you know, for the actual gameplay. But I don't know, it doesn't really add up. The game world doesn't really add up if the town is like, we don't know how to meet people. It's like, just walk down the road an hour. There's like a bunch of towns, a bunch of places where people are, you know. So it's like, why am I a matchmaker? Actually, wasn't that the name of it? Matchmaking, yeah. Anyways, it's not worth rereading all that. All right, that's good. I don't want to ask her anymore. I want to go north. You ascend a gentle hill with green thickets coating the valleys. The path is like an endless bridge built by the ancient three-legged giants, or maybe by the pagan spellcasters. The higher you get, the fewer plants you see. Hit by a cold wind, you adjust your cloak. I ride slowly, sitting in the center of the saddle. Mountains are harsh for horses. Okay. Whoa, what is this? It's like they're like starting Mount Rushmore over here. You approach the raised drawbridge and observe the face of the mountain. The hooks holding the hourglass are as large as a person, displaying their devotion to the right proudly. Wait, the hooks holding the hourglass. Where? Wait, the hooks are there actual hourglass? Is there an actual hourglass on the drawbridge? Or is this the hour? This looks more like an hourglass, but it also has these little things on the side. And this looks like a carving in the mountain. It wouldn't be held up by hooks. Oh, but it does say the hooks are as large as a person. Huh. Okay, you know what? Let's not overthink it. It took tremendous wealth and labor. What a waste of steel. I wonder who's responsible for polishing it. The temples in the city are even grander. Well, looks tremendous. It took tremendous wealth and labor. The rustling of leaves carries no songs of birds, shouts of apes, or whines of hunted critters. The river attacks its banks with a fierce roar. You get off your palfrey. The cave mouths are connected by paths, stairs, and bridges. You don't see any people, but there's smoke coming from one of the entrances, and you hear muffled thuds of a hammer. The gardens are weeded, the buildings firm. The green trees on the top of the mountain bear red and brown fruits. 2 rounded sticks are tied with a rope to a nearby rock. You grab them and take a closer look. They're claves. 2 rounded sticks. I don't know what a clave is. I play a tune from a silly counting out rhyme. Oh, is that an instrument? Well, let's play. I want to play a silly tune. That actually sounds kind of fun. The echo of your hits cuts through the swashing stream. My hits? Soon, 2 hooded figures leave a cave mouth at the top of the mountain and give you a quick look from the edge of the cliff, then walk down the path quickly but with caution. It takes them a while to reach the buildings made of bricks, not logs, and covered with tiles instead of thatch. Little by little, the bridge gets looser, then it hits the grass gently. Wait, the bridge gets looser? Wait, where am I? Am I crossing this? Oh, anyways. The shorter figure stays in the shadows while the taller one steps outside. Also, cause I'm thinking about if I'm way up here, the stream is so far down. I don't really know how it makes sense the music is cutting through the stream. And why would the bridge be looser? I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to understand the text a little too well. And it's just meant to be like an impressionistic flow of nouns and verbs and adjectives. Because I can't make sense of it. I feel like I'm failing a reading comprehension exam. maybe it's my fault. But here we go. This is the place of reflection and prayer, traveler. The man's voice is hoarse but sonorous. The echo gives it an eerie sound. Ye, he hesitates, but then points at you with his bandaged hand. Thou shalt show the due reverence. I nod and apologize. He lowers his hand. You're at Wright's Haven. Come. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Let me look at my map. Wait, I'm at the monastery. I guess it's also called Wright's Haven. What was the place that I needed to go to on Find the Roadwarden? It was over at White Marshes, a village in the northwest. I hope I can get there, but we'll see. He lowers his hand. You're at Wright's Haven. Come. He turns around and returns to his companion. You lead Duskrunner inside. The greeters take off their hoods. They wear brown, dark, simple, worn robes and ropes instead of belts. They've no jewelry or ornaments, just small bags made of fabric on their shoulders. So they're like Franciscan monks, basically. The larger shell belongs to a strong, barefoot man in his 50s. Despite having no weapon, his eyes are audacious and could belong to a muscle standing in the door of a harbor tavern. What? Despite having no weapon, his eyes are audacious and could belong to a muscle standing in the door of a harbor tavern. So like a bouncer? His wrinkles are subtle, but there are only a few tufts of gray hair left on his greasy head. His skin is pale, covered with liver spots. Though at a closer look, you realize a few of them are just stains left by ink. I look at the second monk. The girl? I thought these were two guys. The girl is about 14 with unsightly acne on her forehead and a robe that brushes the ground whenever she takes a step. Her black hair is tied into a humble ponytail. She observes your horse curiously, cocking her head to a side, but once she catches your look, she meets your eyes boldly, raising her chin as if to challenge you. Thy mount is free to help itself with hay and water. We'll wait outside. Thou canst stay here for now, but leave before the night. The plague is nearby, the struggle ahead. While they indeed leave the room, their trust only goes so far. They observe you through the open door. The building is a single storeroom filled with crates and barrels, a stack of firewood and another one of bricks, a pile of straw, a chest, 2 wheelbarrows, and finally the rack shelves, tools, clothing, and utensils. The light comes from the open gates, accompanied by the sharp draft. What's the deal with them? This is now the second time they've corrected themselves from saying ye to saying thou. Why are they making this linguistic mistake? Well, maybe we'll find out. The lack of walls makes you feel exposed. A few pairs of eyes observe you from the paths above you, while others either climb to the very top or approach the unremarkable vegetable beds. What? So hold on a second. I'm trying to understand grammatically what is happening in the sentence. A few pairs of eyes observe me from the paths above, while others, meaning other pairs of eyes, either climb to the very top or approach the unremarkable vegetable beds. Most of the dwellers wear hoods, and all of them wear similar worn robes. A chilling wind touches your neck. I'm not afraid of some wind. Why? I guess I'll just put my hood on. They keep their distance. The man greets you by raising his open palm, wrapped with bandages that disappear underneath his sleeve. His lips form something between a sneer and a smile. What brings thee here? Art thou a go-between? The girl keeps an eye on your axe and occasionally glances at your boot, the one that hides a knife. Yeah, I think there is something about like my stylistic preference for how to narrate a story. I don't like it when authors like say stuff like this. His lips form something between a sneer and a smile. Like just say what it is. You know, like it's sort of like non-committal, right? It's sort of like it's somewhere between blue and green. You know, it's like just say what the color is, you know, and like that's what your job is as a writer. You know, don't hint. I mean, obviously hint in some ways, you know, you don't have to spell everything out literally, but like, again, I think it's more of like a style of how to describe things. And that's a big deal in this game because the whole game is about textual descriptions and forming images in your head. And I'm not really able, like, I have no idea what this looks like. And also why, because it sort of implies like, is he smiling or is he sneering? Is he trying to be ambiguous about that? Why does that even matter? You know, you could just have him say his dialogue. Like, he does it. I don't need to know what his lip formation is like. But okay, anyways. I'm Garrett, the new Roadwarden. After I tell him about his lips, I'm like, are you smiling or sneering? Never mind, I'm the Roadwarden. Good, well, the roads need their wardens. The folks need their roads. But there are none behind this mountain, and we take care of the one that you've just crossed. Thou dost not need to bother. Thy services are not required. So this is kind of weird that, you know, because in English, like in Middle and Old English, ye is like the formal you. And that's the one that we still use, the formal. It's like the opposite of what happened in French and Spanish. Thou is the informal. Though it's confusingly now associated with being more formal because it sounds older and it's in the Bible. And God is often referred to as thou. But in the Bible, it was intended that God would be referred to with the informal. But at some point, we stopped saying thou, and now we just say you. I guess it was sort of like we were afraid of offending anybody, so everyone got the formal. Everyone is formalized now. But I don't understand why would this person be making this mistake, like, between using these? And what's being implied here? That I shouldn't be called the like, if he doesn't know me, wouldn't it make more sense that he would use the formal with me? Or is there some religious reason that I can't be referred to formally because I'm maybe not a member of their group and they look down on me as thou? I don't know. Look, I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay, but where's the man with a red beard? There isn't enough work here for the two of you. Asterion, I was hoping to find him here. I'm sorry to disappoint thee. He rubs a liver spot on his hand. What are liver spots? Is that just like a freckle or like an actual condition? But he hasn't been here in months. We rarely have visitors different than our friends from Old Pagos. We don't invite the outside world, and we don't care much for it. Hast thou checked in Pelt of the North on the southern road? If he's wounded, it's a safe shelter, I've heard. The girl scratches the ground with her boot, though it remains hidden underneath her robe. The man looks at her with amusement. Looks like Decima here is eager to return to her duties. I'm Ailey, but I'll not shake thy hand. One of us could carry the plague in our flesh. Who can know, who can tell? What brings thee to our monastery? So this one, is there nothing you can do about the plague that has beset old Pagos? What can you tell me about Asterion? I've been asking everybody about Asterion. Let me think. He looks at the sky and clenches his fist around the strap of his bag. The first time he was here, we asked him to find us some iron and gale rocks. The second time, he did bring us a few scraps, but was wounded. A piece of flesh bitten away from his thigh said that a 100-legged worm had caught him off guard in a meadow. Instead of his pay, we offered him a potion. Okay, tell me about gale rocks. He hesitates, but finally nods. Just some seaweed eaters. Their soil is barren, but the strongest of them spend their days on the boats, among the sharp rocks. Those who can't hunt for fish boil water to make salt. They trade with other villages, more than anyone in the peninsula, for crops, wood, and meat. He snorts. But they're weak folk, weak and angry, like a wolf beaten and kicked from a pup. Loud, ready to bite, but all it takes is for someone to raise their hand. Then it jumps away and whimpers. He lets go of his bag. At least they follow Wright's teachings. Okay, anything noteworthy about the iron Asterion delivered? Scavenged from furniture. A few of them were rusty. Who knows where he bought them? We melted them for nails. So, yeah, nothing notable. Why can't I spend a night here? Want us to give thee a chest and a weapon rack, too? Or maybe feed thy mouflons in our gardens, or ask us to bed with thou. It's not an inn. We respect the hardships of one's journey, so we don't scare off the strangers who cross the mountains. We don't let them wander about and take our time for granted. He looks at his bandaged hand, makes a fist, then opens it and stretches out his fingers. Maybe with old Pagos locked, our old rules too shall change. Wait a second. We don't let them wander about and take our time for granted? But like, if you let me sleep here, I'm not going to interrupt you. You're free to keep wandering about and doing your tasks. Like you could just let me sleep here, but... And I mean, I didn't even ask to stay here. I just asked why they don't allow it. Okay. See, yeah, this is where I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. There aren't good reasons for why people behave the way they do. It just feels like that's what the writer decided, and now the characters are kind of just puppeting this position. It doesn't feel like it comes from the world or from these characters' experiences. But yeah, do you need any help? How about that? I'll offer some help. He puts his hands together and repeatedly taps his fingers. After a few breaths, he straightens up. No. Look, why are there so many dialogue options and all of them just say no? I don't even... Okay, fine, I'll ask about the monastery. Oh, this is way too much. Does this place have a name? Depends on who thou askest. What? It's the largest temple on this side of Hag Hills and the only one beside the sacred cave in Gale Rocks. He points at the huge hourglass. Is it Right Summit or the Temple of Old Pagos or High Caves like they used to be for my Nana? He rests his thumbs behind the rope on his waist. The tribes come and go, the names shift. For now, we all know what we mean by the monastery. I don't know. That was a really... Whatever. What can you tell me about your order? How does one describe the air they... Oh my god. I'm not even reading. This guy's dialogue just annoys crap out of me. He's so self-absorbed. How does one describe the air they swallow? The water they draw each day? Like, can you imagine, like, going to someone and them talking about their religion or their workplace? You know, like, how does one describe it? Just say what it is, dude. I don't even want to read it. He crosses his arms and takes a look at the cave mouth behind him, then gives you a harsh look. If our prelate was willing to see thee, they'd let thee know. Can they spare a traveler a few moments? They see no reason to do so. Let's return to my other questions. I don't know. Would you like to barter? How much you want to bet he's going to say no? JF, what's up? Welcome in. Doomsday, nice to see you too. Games Done Quick is on this week. Oh, I didn't know that. There was someone called Pekkanen speedrunning Skyrim. He doesn't sound at all Finnish. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes maybe there are people who just seek a cool Finnish name and take it, you know, as like their screen name. I used to be annoying like this guy, but I've grown. Doomsday like the monk, or annoying like me. Yeah. Would you like to barter? Let's see. Not today. I called it. Not before the spring. Our order uses every bottle we make to help the sick from Old Pagos, as well as to protect ourselves. I could bring you dragon bones or something that doesn't grow in the mountains. He looks at the steel hourglass hanging from the wall. Taste, softness, tools of murder. We shall crave not. What? One thing we lack are delicacies we could offer to the sick and weak, but thou wilt not find such a thing in this sad land. What do you know about this land, dude? Like, look at the map. You know? I can go... You don't know for sure that Howler's Dale or the Pelts of the North, that I won't be able to get some delicacies. But, alright. He's, like, super dismissive. And maybe that's also why I feel like the characters here are just really one-dimensional. Like, I can't think of any character from this game so far that I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool. I don't know, or like nuanced, or... And I think part of the problem is simply that I haven't yet completed any quests except the one escort quest. And I don't know. Like this guy, he's acting really mean, but he has no reason to be mean. I think that's where I'm kind of confused. And I feel like a lot of characters act this way. It feels like a very stylized type of characterization. And it doesn't resonate with me, I guess. I'm sure I know for a fact many people like this kind of stuff, so it is popular with some people. But yeah, Doomsday, you used to be like this guy. Just super self-righteous. Anyone who asks you a question, you just look down on them and what a dumb question to ask. Me. Need more lore for the characters. Oh yeah, well, you were 14 at the time, Doomsday, so yeah, I think it's a little more excusable than this grown man who's a member of a religious order. You think he would have done a little self-reflection, a little meditation, but no. I kind of want to travel. Wait, are you serious? I can't. Where do I go? I want to go to the northwest. I really thought that maybe we'd be on our way to the White Hills or whatever it is. But again, we've been daisy chained. Wait, what if I go here and I say... No, I don't want to do that. Okay, wait. I was asked to look for a healing potion for this traitor Akakios. A brief mention of the dolmen is enough to spark an understanding gleam in the monk's eye. I know of this place, even spent the night there once or twice, but if thou truly thinkest it hides stuff from our eyes, head to someone who cares about these paths. Try Foggy. He turns his head around, scratching his ear, the tavern keep of the northern crossroads. She might have heard something. Right, like... yeah, it's hard for me to explain, like, why this is really dissatisfying. That every time I ask a question, I'm just told no in this game, or I'm being sent to talk to somebody else. Like I don't feel like I'm, and literally, and I know I complained about this last time, but literally the only time I had combat, I got completely owned by a couple foxes. Like, I thought for sure I'd be able to handle 2 foxes with an axe, but I didn't hit them once. And they like tore into my flesh, and I was dying. Oh man, this game is so punishing. Well, okay, I'm not going to ask any more questions because I don't want to. I'm gonna travel up here. Journal updated. The closed tunnel. Wait. The detour is not as smooth as the main road. A wagon can make it through, but even so, you have to squeeze between some narrow corridors, hoping no beast is going to jump at you from a ledge. You walk, leading your mount with the axe in your hand. In the middle of the road, after reaching one of the higher hills, you take a glance ahead. Even from here, you see the sun reflecting on the ocean. But there's also a pillar of smoke coming from the distant west. There may be a volcano somewhere behind the horizon, but you can't tell if it's part of the peninsula or maybe a yet stranger land. Once you get to the other side of the mountain, you find the northern entrance to the tunnel blocked by a large bronze gate. So tall and wide, you're not sure if it's something you could open with your muscles alone. There's a keyhole as well, as large as your hand. Unlocking the tunnel would save me a lot of time. I'm surprised no soul tried to steal the door yet, or maybe someone tried but failed. What? Why would someone steal the door? Are doors in high demand? I feel like it would be a lot of effort to steal someone's door. I mean, also, it's locked. How would they even steal the door if it's locked? Anyways. Wait, where am I on the map? Okay, I made it up here. Gale Rocks, a crude-aged village of fishers and salt makers. Placed among the hills. You're currently here. Maybe a cool door. Snatch it from the hinges. Yeah, maybe that's also why I'm just so confused by so much of the text. It raises more questions than it answers. And not like in a good way in terms of like the story being interesting. It's just like, why is it why is this door so special? Why would people steal it didn't explain anything about the door being like made of bronze or gold or something. Or maybe it did and I just missed it. You know. Tyler, what would be your cool sounding Finnish name as a Twitch streamer? Well, I don't know. I mean, my last name could be Finnish sized into Valtonen. You know, I could be Valtonen, Valtti Valtonen. You get a good look at the village from a distant hill. It's torn between taming the crags and succumbing to their whims. The gray boulders are like the rotting teeth of a giant, sprinkled around by an ancient spirit. The carved cave mouths are covered with wooden doors. There are only a few windows, and you can only imagine how dark and cold the gouged out rooms have to be. The buildings and walls made of logs or stone blocks must be much younger than the caves. The impressive, whitewashed keep standing on the top of the hill in the west could just as well have been built in the city. Smoke rises from both sides of the wild river. You see many busy souls as they go about moving tools, food, and timber over the bridge. Your arrival at the eastern gate causes some curious glances, but the only person who approaches you is a man who was sitting at a table discussing something with a few elders. He's carrying a crossbow on his back and a long rusty knife at his side, but doesn't reach for them. Like, what does this sentence mean? The gray boulders are like the rotting teeth of a giant, sprinkled around by an ancient spirit. It's like, you don't mix them. It's a mixed metaphor. Pick one, because giants don't have teeth sprinkled around by ancient spirits. That doesn't make any sense. This is where I feel like the text is trying too hard to sound a certain way, rather than, I don't know, being just more practical and sensible. It must be a guard. I dismount. The man has to be older than 40. He wears an elegant blue-green linen tunic. Oh my! I literally just used the blue-green analogy, but hey, blue-green is a color, so I'll keep my peace here. He wears an elegant blue-green linen tunic, but no armor. His skin is yellowish, like seaweed seen through a sunbeam. Okay. His long gray hair is tied in a ponytail, and his beard is trimmed to half a finger of length. A few large cysts make him look sickly, but his powerful, truculent voice adds to him strength and confidence. I forgot what this word means, truculent. I know I've heard that word before, and I probably had to learn it for like an SAT. Let me look this up. Truculent. Where does that word come from? Truculent means cruel or savage. He has a powerful, savage voice. Or in this case, it can also mean eager or quick to argue. Violent, rude. From Middle French, Latin, truculentus, fierce, savage. Okay, well, there you go. The more you know. There you go, truculent. But yeah, JF, what do you think my my Finnish sounding streamer name should be? Where were we? Cheers, stranger, you've reached Gale Rocks, you did. He observes your mount, then looks at the path behind you. I see no caravan from here. Are they coming? He suddenly meets your eyes and his tone gets even harsher. Or are you here to idle about? I'm just an idler. I'm a loafer. I listen to the nearby conversations. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like be too harsh, but this is another like point where it's like, a character comes up and talks to me, asks me a direct question. I only have one option, and it has nothing to do with the question the guy just asked me. It's to listen to, like, it doesn't make any sense that I would listen to nearby conversations after a guard came and asked me what I was doing in their town, But we'll continue. You have to get used to some of the local words and phrases that you've only heard coming from the mouths of the oldest of city folk. The vast similarities to the tongue of Havlaven only make these differences more distracting. I grin widely. Nah, I'll just show you some tricks and I'm on my way. Second yolks in your eggs, images in fire, that sort of stuff. I don't really know what that means, so I'm not going to say that. Don't worry, friend, I have things to do and I won't bother anyone. I might bother somebody. Like, literally every character in this game gets bothered by me existing. So I'm not going to promise that. I'm a Roadwarden. I'm here to solve problems, not cause them. That's a good one. Right now, it's you who's wasting my time. I have things to do. That's not really true. I mean, he just came up and did his job as a guard. Trust me, I have enough problems of my own to now seek new ones. Okay, I'll just do this one. Distance. I'm a road warden, here to solve problems, not cause them. Another road warden. Are all them parents in the South too dumb to teach their kids how to keep their fingers in their own pots? He shakes his head with exaggerated motions and looks at the elders at the table. A road warden, see that? Again, completely unmotivated aggression. It's one thing if there's like a few characters that are aggressive like this, but like almost every character I've met in this game is just mean, and for no reason. Like, I'm a road warden. What do road wardens cost these people? Trying to cut the conversation short, you lead Duskrunner inside, but you're stopped right away. Leave it by the walls until it's nightfall, right? We ain't cleaning our roads after any drifters, bards, or adventurers. He speaks with growing disgust. Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on it. You tether your horse to the stems of a shrub, and the man nods with approval, then turns around. Can you tell me anything about the village? I'm like, this is a nice, cozy little town. And the locals are like, get out, not on my lawn. What's the not in my backyard? A bunch of NIMBYs here in this village. Yeah, imagine ignoring police in a foreign place / country. What, isn't Tyler already known as the Dancing Tyler? Tansiti Letty. That was a different lifetime. That's an alternate timeline that we are not in, okay? There's a parallel universe where Tyler kept dancing on YouTube in his daily vlogs, but that's not the one I chose to be in. JF, Juice was a great character on Stardew. You should pick something like that. Wait, what do you mean? Like I should play Stardew instead of this? Or do you mean like, I don't know, do something different with my character in this game? Or pick a different game like Stardew? But yeah, actually, yeah, JF, now you mention it, yeah, Juice was a great character. That was a lot of fun playing Stardew. Stardew is so nice that like there are a lot of great characters in the game, but it also offers you the opportunity to kind of role play your own character, and that turned out to be a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, because I started it kind of as a joke that I was like, oh, we can live in a van down by the river because there's the new river farm that 1.6 introduced, and then I just rolled with it, and I felt like I was a Chris Farley, hillbilly character. But yeah, that was good. Okay, where are we with this? He stops in place, then glances at your boots. Right. We fish, we salt fish, we sell fish. Our brave ones trade barrels for whatever we can get at other villages, but he shrugs. Not much else to it, you see. Life here is slow. I mean, clearly not slow enough if you're like super rude to a passerby. Like in reality, wouldn't they be like, hey, what news can you tell us? They would be like, hey, where were you last? Did you meet so-and-so at the inn? How is she doing? Last time I saw her, she wasn't feeling well. Like, people aren't this mean. Like, that's where I kind of feel like, and maybe that's why I was pointing out earlier that it doesn't make sense that everyone is so in complete isolation of each other, even though it's like only a few hours walk from each other. Like, nothing is more than a day's ride away, which is where I kind of feel like all these people basically live in the same town. I don't know. I don't want to be too critical, but I just wish the characters are a little more dynamic. He then raises his eyes. It's almost dark. We have no inn, but go speak with Fulvia. She may have a room to spare, she may. Without another word, he returns to the group of elders, where he helps one of them remove bones from their meal. You go to. Or you go to, maybe there's some locals looking for a match in other villages. I'm not going to do the matchmaking. That was such a waste. I should introduce myself to Fulvia, the room keeper. I'm looking for someone. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm gonna go to the room keeper. Oh, you asked for Tyler Twitch names from a name generator 27, and Tyler Granny was one suggestion. I like that one. I like that. I'll roleplay as a granny. But hold on. Okay, let me take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Also, Tokyo Tyler, Tyler Master, Atomic Tyler. Best names according to Doomsday. Following the instructions, you reach a building with an entrance from the garden side. You step through the door leading into the mouth of a cave and call the person you were told to speak with, Fulvia, the roomkeeper. She comes to you from the half-dark corridor. She fits the description you heard. Slightly round, partially because of the tunic and heavy pants hidden beneath the dark green robe. I don't remember her being described as slightly round. She looks like an eccentric city priest. What with the massive hourglass made of beautifully polished driftwood she wears, and the kerchief covering both her neck and hair. One feature that hasn't been mentioned by the locals are her eyes. Wait, nobody has talked to me about Fulvia except the gatekeeper. But I guess they assume that you're going to go talk to everybody before you come talk to Fulvia, so they wrote the text this way. Gray, asymmetrical, partially closed, and unfocused. Once she gets closer, she turns her head, gazing into the rock, and pointing her left ear at you. Her steps are confident, and her hands keep touching the walls on both sides. She's old, wrinkled, and pale, but her voice remains strong. Your first instinct is to nod, only then realizing it won't really help you much. She repeats, "You smell of a horse. Room?" "Yes." "Right." She simply walks down the corridor between the few humble chambers, some of which are inhabited by sleeping souls. Also, I don't understand why people are referred to as souls or as shells. Like, at first I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting part of the world building. Like, that the character, like, there's got to be some interest. It's never explained. It feels random because at other times people are called like people or persons, you know, like it starts to feel like it's more of just like, oh, we're in a fantasy world, so we need to use different words for things to be creative, rather than it actually coming from the world building, you know, like, or coming from like, I don't know, some reason, some motivated reason within the story for this. After just a few steps, the light coming from the entrance helps you no more. You follow the sound of boots and the smell of rosemary perfume, then suddenly hear a rock hitting something made of metal. The lit candle makes you sigh with relief. What color? After a quiet moment, she tries again. The horse coat. So when it says suddenly you hear a rock hitting something made of metal, is that flint and steel that is lighting the candle? Is that what that was? Like oh well. I'm not being too critical, but I'm getting tired of myself trying to figure this out. Okay, what color is the horse? I don't remember. Let me look at my journal. Is it gonna? It's not humans. Bestiary? No, it's not. He's not in here, is he? Dusk Runner? Or in my notes, glossary? It might be in my inventory. Hold on, or character sheet. No. What color? The horse coat. I don't remember. I'll just say I don't even know what these colors are. What is mouse dun? Is that like what does dun mean? I gotta look that up. I assume it's like the fur. Dun. A brownish gray color. Synonym, clay bank. You know what? That's gonna be the color. Mouse done. Her tongue makes a satisfied click. My favorite, she confesses. Blends in with these woods better than any other. I'll throw it a few pairs. I thought she was blind. Why would she ask about the color of the horse? The room is far from comforting. The ceiling is only a head above you, the walls are rounded and bare of any decorations, and the only chest looks more like a crude crate. At least the dried grasses covering the sleeping pallet are bug-free and smell of freshness. You don't have to share it, she says with amusement. How much for this delight? Like, come on. Like, it's just if it's a crate, it's just call it a crate. Why do you have to pretend like it's supposed to be a chest if it's just a crate? And how do you know that the bedding is free of bugs? Aren't bed bugs like really small and difficult to see, you know? But okay. Moving on. I'm annoying myself. She chuckles, still turned to you with her profile. Don't worry, you won't be cold, and we don't let anything mold in here. I have a nose for it. She demonstrates with a loud sniff. You can work for the village for merely a few hours in the morning, move some weights around, or you can pay me 2 coins. I won't take less, for I need none at all. I'll just throw it to Severina's chest in a few days. I have nothing to say to her? Wait. Alright, I guess I'll sleep. It's pretty much like almost bedtime, so. I'll do the labor. That's fine. Also, I feel like I've not been able to use my Pneuma at all. I was so excited when I got to pick my character as a mage. It hasn't mattered at all. I haven't been able to do a damn thing with Pneuma, other than make a light. I can like make a little light to go through the cave, you know? Like, anyways, Oh, you got Tyler Stallion in there. Trash Tyler, that's a good one. Dark Side Tyler. Potato Tyler. Well, so, okay, after Fulvia blows out the candles without considering if you're ready for it, you're in complete darkness, and you only now realize how quiet this room is. The thick walls block the humming of the wind birds the river. The keeper heads to her own room, and you only occasionally hear the whispers or snores of other dwellers. My imagination sculpts terrifying creatures. I grow anxious. Finally, some peace. How about that? Finally, I can just lie down and not have to talk to these people. You wake up surrounded by darkness. The keeper is sitting outside next to the open door. The fishers are getting ready, they are. Go ask someone where you can load the wagons, she says slowly, as if you're meant to repeat these exact words. You're freed from your duties after a few hours of work before you get a backache. You sit on a bench. The locals avoid your eyes, yet you could swear you're being watched. The pillars of smoke start to rise above the buildings. Many of the workers have already left the village. The remaining adults are either outside carrying timber, food, or other wares, or in their workshops, the largest of which are open air. The sounds of work muffle the conversation, so you mostly hear the shouts of children and overseers. You go to... Maybe there are some locals. No, I'm not asking that. I guess I'm looking for someone. That's going to be my... Which person or service are you looking for? Asterion. Right. Your wardening friend. A guard you speak with doesn't hide her contempt. He ain't been here for many days, almost since the start of the season. You ask where you could find him, but she gives you a bored shrug and walks away. You ask other folks as well, but they don't have much more to say. He did some small jobs for a few of us, says a salt worker without meeting your eyes, too busy with throwing firewood into a basket. The last soul, he suddenly freezes, then looks around. We are the last people to ask, I mean. What? Why would you be the last people to ask? You try to push him into sharing more, but he finds an escape when his overseer shouts at him to get his ass moving. I look for someone else. Which person or service are you looking for? And you find no one. That's enough. Travel. Get me out of here. Let's go. Yeah, what am I doing in this town? The coast. Reached the sea. I got a little achievement. Yeah, what's the point of being a mage if you're not doing magic? That is my point. Exactly. The roars of the sea reach you first, then the cold wind and the light. There are hardly any shrubs nearby, and as you ride downhill toward the white and gold beach, again, the sunbeams hit you with full force. The sea here is not like the one from Havlavin's port. The harbor and waters most people see during their busy days are full of life. Ships, warehouses, traders, dockers. And of course, there's Sickle, the barrier island that provides the city with its lagoon, but also serves as a home to dozens of species of birds, monkeys, and rodents. For most people, the sea is never silent. The sea is always right. But if one travels to Sickle and looks west, or embarks on a boat and sails away, there's yet another view, a very different one. The never-ending blue, the emptiness, the humming waves, the monsters swimming to the surface just to take a breath, not even interested in the wooden vessels. Many say that if one jumps off a ship with a heavy stone, they will drown before they touch the seabed. Here, however, the water can't be separated from the rocks that cut through it, like a swarm of mushrooms in a dark forest. Their shapes and sizes vary, but it's their number that makes them unusual. If you were to name each one, you'd have to make up at least half of the names. What? The rocks? Wait, here, however, the water can't be separated from the rocks. The rocks are like a swarm of mushrooms in a dark forest. I didn't know mushrooms swarmed, but we'll go with it as a liberal description. The rocks vary in size, but it's their number that makes them unusual. So there's a lot of rocks. If you were to name each one, you'd have to make up at least half of the names. So, like, there's more rocks than names I know of. That's kind of weird. I mean, wouldn't I be making up the names for the rocks anyway? Because they're not named. There's no doubt where the name of Gale Rocks comes from. The stones piercing through the surface of the water are shaped like beast fangs, as if they're asking the ships to dare and test their strength. Doesn't a gale is wind? Why are they? But it's describing the rocks as fangs, but that has nothing. That are fangs, is gale another word for like a creature's mouth? I'm actually gonna look that up because I'm so confused. I don't know my own language, okay? But that's pretty typical for English speakers. We have too many words. A gale, a very strong wind. An outburst, especially of laughter, or it can be a light breeze. Gale rocks. That has to do with the wind, obviously, here, right? So where it's possible, I keep to the greener parts of the beach. Sand is awful for hooves. Is it really? Is sand really bad for a horse's hooves? Is that true? You follow the sharp turn to the right. The road remains broad enough for carts and wagons, and avoids the sands, letting Duskrunner trot without disturbances. The grasses to the east and south are short, and hardly any shrubs have managed to oppose the harsh winds. Okay, so there are actual gales here. The human activity you witness is intense. A large barge is resting on the river, immobilized by the ropes and wooden posts, and you see a few people foraging at the beach and in the grasses. Even more people, most of them without wrinkles, are gathered at the pier, where they prepare their boats and nets and talk about their plans for the following hours. What a weird observation. Most of them without wrinkles. You reach the end of the beaten path, getting to the stone-made pier, just next to a small dolmen-shaped shed. Only the door seems to be fairly new, and you don't doubt that both of the structures have been repaired many times in the past, crumbling under the touch of the waves. I head to the fishers. You approach a group of workers standing in front of the shed. Photios is there, one of them tells you, and points at the tallest man, dressed in undyed wool and linen. He's discussing something with a group of workers, but as you head in his direction, he nods for you to join him on the side. His outfit is heavy, appropriately so for someone who spends long hours under the hits of the cold onshore winds. The massive leather boots, thick tunic and pants, and the heavy cloak now held under his arm make you wonder if he'd even be able to swim. Like most sea folk, he has long limbs, almost no facial hair, and ears so flat they are hardly noticeable. His neck draws your eyes. It's covered with marks left by the burning suckers of a sea monster. As wide as your finger is long. Below these scars, he's wearing a pendant made of a fist-sized black beak. I suppose it's like a squid beak. He speaks first with the strong and confident voice of a young man, no older than 25. We don't really sell any catch on our own. Maybe ask our smokers or the cook. That's fine, I was hoping to speak with you. And who are you exactly? After you introduce yourself, the man raises a corner of his mouth with an angry grimace. I won't have much to tell you, Roadwarden. Like my neighbors, he looks at the nearby fishers. I struggle with day-to-day living. I do not adventures, and even less so outsider schemes. Like, again, it's never explained why is he so like harsh to me for simply being a road warden. I haven't asked him to do anything. I kind of feel like for a game that is called Roadwarden, I know very little about how road wardens are actually perceived within this world, or why. Like, wouldn't my character understand why people would hate him so much? But it's never like there's nothing the road warden does that is hate-worthy. In fact, the road warden is like a blessing. The road warden tries to keep the roads safe. You know, that everyone should be thankful for that. Like, if someone, is like out picking up trash and doing nice things in the world, why would you be angry at them? Or is it the case that the previous road warden had lots of schemes that upset the people? I don't know. Do you have any work for me? Work? What do you know about fishing? You mentioned the docks of Havlavin, but after a few questions about fishing nets, boats, and winds, it's clear you don't impress in this conversation. Teaching one how to work with us takes time, effort, and rescuing those who fall overboard. You ain't a kid of ours, so if anything, it should be you who pays us for sharing what our forebears have mastered. You explain that you can fight better than most, and that gives him an idea. Our guards stay at the village, so we always move in groups and waste time securing the beach from harpies and saurians we do. We could put 3 more souls on the boat and keep you on the beach. You'd guard those not fishing with nets. He wants me to... I can't fight. I can't hold my ground against 2 foxes. Like, why would I... what's in it? Oh, new mundane job available. Like, I was already tired of the quests being really lame. And literally one of the quests is just like, mundane job. How much do you want, stranger? He responds carefully, and you spend a few minutes discussing the details. Right, you'll get a meal and 2 coins for a peaceful day, and another one for putting your life at risk, he summarizes. She must be at the beach soon after dawn, while we're preparing our boats, and have enough strength to convince me you'll be more of a help than a bother. See you later. I don't want to help them. Like, can I wash myself in the ocean? The water's freezing, and after you're done, sand makes you wait for a while before you dry up enough to put your clothes back on. The unpleasant touch of salt covering your skin will travel with you. Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened to my appearance? Okay, my appearance went up, and then it went straight back down. What? Why did it go up and then down? Oh, wait, I gotta eat something. Hold on. There we go. We got our nourishment up. All right, let's travel. Oh my god. It's just a dead end. Yeah. I was really hoping that maybe there would be a way to continue and try to get to the White Marshes or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. We've played another hour and a half. And you know, I mean, it's not the game for me. That's all I can really say. Like you know, I don't know. The world and the characters and the story just didn't really resonate with me. And it felt, as I said earlier, it feels really slow and I don't feel like I'm doing anything. And then the text the style of the way things are written is just more frustrating than helpful or clever. So that's also where I feel like, yeah, not quite my thing. And I don't want to force myself to like just play the game to beat it in the hopes that it's going to get better, because I think these things are going to pretty much stay the same, like the characters being really mean for pretty much no reason. And the way the text is written, I should expect it's probably going to be the same. So, yeah, we might just wrap it up here. But what did you guys think? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in chat if you're watching that. They signed the Finlandia hymn in Jimmy Carter's funeral? Really? Wait, what do you mean they sung? Oh, they sung? Is that what you meant to say? They sung it? Oh, hey, Omni, welcome in, by the way. Everyone loves road wardens just as we all love parking wardens. Yeah, maybe that's the case. Maybe the road warden gives out lots of like ticket violations to people. Honestly, that would have been more fun. At this point, I kind of just wish some part of the game was more active. You know, giving out tickets along the road would have been hilarious. But yeah. You don't know why releasing screws from blocks is almost addictive right now. You should have a week plan and put in a time for gaming. Wait, what? Are you taking screws out of a block or something? I don't know if I understand. Oh, let's do Baba is You. That's a good idea, JF. Let's do that. Yeah, it's okay, not your cuppa though, Doomsdairy. But yeah. Let me Okay, wait. Give me a minute here. I'll pull up Baba is You. I'm near the very end of Baba is You. I'm on the final world. And I know it's the final world because it's actually on the wiki. You think that you get to the final world on the map, but then there's like 4 or 5 more worlds past that are like hidden worlds. Here, let me pull this up. This is so confusing. I'm like streaming Roadwarden, but actually, psych. We playing Baba. We playing Baba. By the way, this is like the hardest game. This is, guys. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be. I'm worried this is not gonna be entertaining for you guys, because it's very. I don't know. Whoa! What just happened? My character just stopped. Okay, belt is shift. Text is defeat. Wall is stop and defeat. Baba near wall is you. Ah, okay, that's why I died. So I can't leave. I have to stay. Like if I go here, I lose. Right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go back. I can undo my moves by pressing Z, by the way. You've never heard of Baba, Doomsdairy? It's maybe the best puzzle game I've ever played. It is incredibly good. Okay, so we have to stay sort of here. What is this? What is a little bird? This bird doesn't have a text block associated with it. Baba near wall is you. So this is important. We need to get this win condition somewhere. And this is also like when I'm playing this, I'm trying to think, okay, how are we gonna beat the game or beat this level? What could we attach win to? It might be nice if we could get win over here and just put Baba is win. But we can't. That seems too difficult because we can't break this. Yeah, we can't break. We need Baba is you to be consistent the whole time, or else we die. We have belt is shift up here. And we could put belt is win. And then I could get on a belt and I would beat the level. The other option might be text is win. But no, because text is defeat. Huh. Wall is stop and defeat. And so yeah, so this is always a good clue. Like, why is text here? Oops. So, I mean, I'm guessing that I need to do something like this. There we go. So I don't die out here because the belt moved me back to the wall. But yeah, oh wait, so I can't access belt is shift. Because if I tried, here, I'm like pointing at the screen. I'll use my mouse. If I tried to move any of these, I would be more than one space away from a wall, right? And maybe, my guess is I need to bring the text with me. But what? I'm so lost. Like, I wonder if, I think okay, this is, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's an idea. I had to restart. Oops. I had to restart because once I get to the right side, I can't get back because of these. So I need to do a little cleveroo, trickaroo, and I'll do this. Uh-oh. That was not a clever trickaroo. How about I go ahead of it? Yeah, there we go. This feels like it's here specifically for this purpose. And now I can switch. Bobbinier text is you. Okay, so now I can move around. As long as I push a piece of text, now I'm safe. But what is the win condition? Because I can't do wall is win or text is win. I could do belt is win, right? I guess that it has to be belt is win. Wait a minute. I'm worried that I'm going to mess up here. See, yeah, I can't do that. Oh, wait. I think I need a sacrificial. I'm going to go back. I think I need to use this to get over there, maybe? Oh. How do I get... Oh, I'm so close, though. I'm trying to get belt is down here because I'm thinking it's not possible to bring wall across or to bring win up. But the other option could be to change it from That might be what I should do. Yeah, let's back it up. What if I do this? Whoa, whoa. Oh, because text is defeat. So I can't do text is you. Baba near text is you. I'm wondering if there's some other way. There's always some clever trickaroo that... And I can't do wall is win, because wall is stop. So I can't even get my character on the wall. It's also defeat. So if I did, I would still lose. But wait. You could do wall is win horizontally. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Unless I'm missing something, JF. Wall is stop and defeat already. Yeah, okay, yeah. You came to the same conclusion as me independently. But yeah. It's a game, Tyler, and releasing enough screws from a block makes room for blocks underneath and more screws until all the screws are gone. Wait. Releasing screws from blocks. That's the game. I know there are a lot of games like that that are very simple and very satisfying. That's cool. I haven't heard of that one, though. Did you ever find a finished music genre test among the food and alcohol taste tests? I don't think so. No, I don't think I did, no. But, let me think for a second here. Maybe there's something... The problem is I can't let it go here. Because once it goes against this, against the wall, the text, I can't let the text go against the wall because then I won't be able to get around that corner. There's some tricky business here. Maybe I need... Oh, but if I do wall, like if I do Baba near wall is you, I can't access this. Yeah. I can't even access this. So the only way to access this text is by doing Baba near text is you. See? What? I tried this already. Oops. Is there something else I'm missing? You know what? Oh, here's an idea. One other thing I haven't tried yet. I don't think this is gonna work. Wait. No. I was thinking maybe I can put one here and then have the other one push it off. The problem is once I put it like that, like I'm trying to think it would be nice if I could just push it up. Oh, here's an idea. Okay, yeah. I have an idea. Oh, I've got the idea. How about that? I did it. Oh, but now I'm stuck. Now I can't get to the belt. There's got to be a better way. Hold on. Maybe I need to push this down. And maybe over? Like that. There we go. Here we go. We did it. We did it. I'm proud. You want me to play Outlast 2? That would just be torture. You're not sure you get this game, Doomsday? Maybe you're too slow or too preoccupied. Maybe it's a really tough day. Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, no, don't feel bad about not getting it, because I'm at the very end of the game where you can see on the screen, like it gets very mind trippy. Like the game is, it really twists, it takes logic to the extreme logical possibilities in this game. But yeah, basically what I'll explain is that to beat this game, you basically have to beat each level, you have to change the rules. And every level has a win condition. Like for example, over here, it'll say is win, and you have to move a text block into that spot. And part of your job is to figure out what text block to put there, and the sequence of moves that you need to do to achieve that. And some levels have multiple solutions, so it's not like there's only one way to do things. But generally speaking, you need to use everything on the screen in order to beat the level, which I also like. I like that the game doesn't have a lot of distractions or like red herrings just to slow you down. I think it's well designed. Okay, we'll do one more level, and then I might call it an evening. You can at some point do wall near text is you. Oh, from earlier. Sorry, I missed you. That was you probably said that before I completed it. But actually, a wall near text is you wouldn't have worked because wall is defeat. So if I turn myself into the wall, then I lose in the previous level. But here we go. Let's look at our rules. We got flag is flag, which means we cannot transform the flag into any other object, right? For example, if we put belt, yeah, and belt is belt. But if we changed some of the text around to say like flag is belt, then the flag would transform into a belt. But it won't do that here because there's already this pre-existing rule that prevents you from transforming objects. Otherwise, you can normally transform objects, and that's part of the solution. Okay, text is win. So I need to get my character onto text. And yeah, Baba is you. So my character over here is Baba. But is text float or something? Because... So yeah, I'm guessing text is not going to be our win condition. Something else is going to be win. Flag is win. So yeah, that level seemed really easy, right? By the way, that was level 200. I've done 200 levels of this game. I have over 40 hours of playing this game. So here's the problem, and this is where the game gets really trippy. What we're looking at right now is the world, or the subworld, with all the levels that you can access to beat. But the subworld itself is its own world. And so in order to advance to the next level, you have to play the subworld as if it's its own level. So in other words, look, I can't go anywhere. Like I'm stuck. I'm pressing right on the keyboard and I can't move. I can't go to number 4. I can't access it. So To do that, we have to go back into number 3. It's called Booby Trap as well. I like that name. This game is probably created by a programmer. It is. It's created by a Finnish guy. Hempuli is his sort of screen name he goes by. And yeah. So, okay. In other words, the level, right? The level is this, level meta 3. Meta is the subworld. Booby Trap is the name of the level. We need to transform the level itself into an object that then we can use on the subworld map to access the next level. It'll make sense when we get there, if we get there, because I'm already looking at this, and this is a lot. So I could do level... Oh, wait, well... Will I die if I touch the lava? No. So yeah, we have level is... We have Baba Near Ghost is empty. So that's why it's called Booby Trap. See? So if I get within this, whatever, 8 block, a 1 block radius of it, then yeah, so I can't go there. So I can't go through these passageways, essentially. So I have to go up and around and whatever. Okay. Now I can edit this. And I can basically only put Baba. Why is the Baba text here? Well, I see. Wait, lava is more and defeat and stop. Oh, I don't like that. Because look, watch what happens when I do that. Uh-oh. See, now I'm dead. I was hoping I'd be able to take Baba all the way up here and make level as Baba, because then Baba will appear on the map. But I can't do that. And there's no way for me to access Baba. Huh. So I'm thinking I need to block. I need to maybe try and block these, or at least block this one, so I can get up here. I guess I could also use this text for blockage. Also, what the heck is this belt? Why? So this is weird, because this would be very odd if this isn't part of the level. Like if it was just here for fun. I can't get past this belt. But why would I need to? What would I gain from coming over here? My instinct is to think that to use the text blocks like this. Maybe that's the best way to do this. But now I'm worried, like, I won't be able to access. I still need to block this one off. But let me, oops, I didn't mean to press that. Baba is level. Yeah, what would happen if I did Baba is level? I don't know what that would do, actually, now that I think about it. Here, wait a second. I just want to see. So yeah, look, see, this works. But what I'm thinking... Let me just... Actually, let me just start over. Oh no, this is bad. This is why it's called booby trap. I can't bring any text with me. Because if I push text down here, it's going to get stuck because I can't make the turn. Right? Because I can't access this square. I also can't go through here. Baba near ghost is empty. Like, also, this text is stuck against the wall. That text is stuck against the wall, so basically I have to bring the Baba text all the way up here. Unless there's some other clever way. I'm so stumped. You're starting to get it, Doomsdairy? Oh, hey, Vlad, what's up? How are you? This looks like a weird Pac-Man. This is like mind-melting Pac-Man. So I am pretty positive, because of this situation, we need this belt. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean... Let's go back. Let's go back. Booby trap. We need that belt, but I don't know how to get it. Oh, wait a second. I have an idea. Watch this. I don't know. I don't know if this is smart, but... Wait, I don't... Yeah, that was dumb. There we go. But now I don't know. I don't have a push. So I can break belt is belt. And belt is shift. But I can't access. I can't take belt out. You know, I can't take the belt text out, so I can't transform this flag into a belt. Unless I take the flag text down here. That could be interesting. So I could do flag is shift. So it's moving me if I try to... But I can't move the flag. I think that's also why I'm confused. I can't move a belt or a flag. And I don't have access to the ghost text that could maybe transform these guys. You're doing well, Vlad? Good to hear. I guess I'm just like, what would be the point of transforming the flag into the belt? I'm trying to think to myself. You know? Wait a minute. No. I could do something really dumb. Wait. Wait a minute. No, there's no way this is going to make any sense. There's no way this is going to be it. Text is belt. I knew that was going to happen. It transformed all the text into belt. And yeah, you know, it breaks Baba is you, which is why I lost. Why I couldn't move around. Shoot. What do I do? Like, I can push a bunch of text through here. But I just feel like that's not gonna help. Unless, hold on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Well, I guess I could put the is there. But then I'm kind of stuck anyway. Hold on a second, because okay, let's just go with it. Let's put this here. I'm just actually gonna put all the is's first because I feel like those are gonna be more useful. That's the farthest I can go. And I mean, I could put this is down here, which is why I was thinking if I have the is here, that could block this. But now I'm kind of stuck. Because look. I can't now I can't get the Baba out. Like if I do this, you know, Baba's still stuck. So let's not do that. That's where I'm like, what? So the answer, it can't be this. And I can't bring text through here because you can't push through these right angles. I could do something dumb. I said that earlier. That's how you gotta play this game. You just gotta... And I will admit, sometimes I do look up the solution. Or I'll look at the first step in the solution to get an idea if I'm even on the right track. This is so weird. Okay, wait, let me back it up. And now, yeah, I'm just totally stuck. Unless there's some clever trickery. And there's always some clever trickaroo. Right? There's just nothing I can do with this. And that's at least good to know that even if I did this, I would, you know, I still have to block this area somehow. Yeah, I'm so lost because okay, here's another possibility. Level is not Baba. Let's start over because I have an idea. Wait, do I even need to... Yeah, I do actually need to deal with this. I'm gonna do level as flag. But I just feel like that's not gonna work. Like, I'm not able to retrieve stuff up. But maybe I could set it up. But how would I get level past this ghost? I can't. I'm pointing at my screen and not using the mouse. I'm such an old man. I'm thinking, what if I push level down? Or, what if I push flag down? Would I be able to turn around on it? No, I can't. Unless maybe I have to... If I pushed is first... then I would already need to have pieces in place to protect. And I can't get is there without doing this first. Oops. Let's just see what happens. I never tried text is shift. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing. I might try that. See, but now I'm stuck with flag here. Yeah, this can't be it. There has to be... There's no other way. I can't go down here. I just want to see, what if I do text as shift? That doesn't... Oh, wait, hold on. Does that do anything different? No. Because the text has to be stacked. Wait a minute. Maybe I have to do it on here. Wait, watch this. Oh, that's gotta be it. It has to be something like this. Right? Wait, just out of curiosity. Yeah, no, that didn't do anything. Text is shift. But now that text is shift, let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if I can get level as Baba here. Oh, I can't push it. That's so weird. I can push the text onto lava, but the lava can't flow onto the text. Wait, oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Oh, wait, why did I break text to shift? Maybe that's also why something dumb happened. Wait, I want to see what happens now. Yeah, nothing. Text to shift. There was another idea. Watch this. I can move the flag. Watch this. Look at that. That's, oh my god, that's critical. That's freaking crit. This has to be it now. The fact that I can move, I can also move the, look. Although maybe I don't want those on the same block, I don't know. But I mean, I can't really do anything with the belt. Let me think for a second. What would be the benefit of moving this flag? Because we could do flag as shift. Or at least now this flag can help us push stuff further? Maybe. Just, okay, hear me out. Watch the maestro. Oh, what was that? Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. Oh, this is it. This has to be it. Watch. I'm gonna die. Baba will die, but level will turn to flag. We did it. We did it. But wait a second. No. The flag doesn't help us. As I can't move the flag. Hold on, wait. Ghost and Baba is you. Which is why I do have to change it to Baba somehow. Oh no. Maybe I push the flag. We got to do it again. So what I'm thinking is, what if I push the flag over here? And then and then I don't know, maybe I'll still have to block this somehow. And I could have enough time to get level. Baba. What? This is so difficult. Whoops. Oh, dang, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe something like this. Oops. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hold on, let me just see. I'm kind of curious. Like, wait. Because I'm going to have to do this. Watch. Boom. What? Yeah. What I want, okay, I'm going to explain. I want 2 blocks here. And I can do that. I've got these 2 is's or whatever and a flag text, and I can move this over. So if I have the flag here, though up here, how am I going to block that? I guess I could just put something to block it. Oh, wait, but no, I can't because... Let's start over. I'm feeling more confident, like I'm getting close. I like that feeling. Okay, the belt. Okay, let's get this out. Okay, text is shift. I have an idea. We'll use both of these. I hope this works. I don't know what I'm... It doesn't matter if it's the flag or this. Oh, wait. That was dumb. It does matter. Because I need to get the flag out first. Oh, shoot. Maybe that's fine. Oh, wait. That doesn't seem fine. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Bring it back, bring it back. Why not just do this? What is flag is text will make you more text. True, yeah, well, flag is flag. So if I put flag is text, nothing will happen. It'll just cancel out. And if I did flag as text, the flag would just turn to this text block flag. Which I don't, which at this moment it wouldn't really matter, I think. Okay, this is the moment of truth. So yeah, actually, I don't feel good about this because of this. I wish I had something to block. Unless I use the is. Well, let me worry about that later. Let's just see what happens. I must be close at this point, right? Level is. Ready? Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Oh. Okay, well let's think a little bit more. The only solution I can see, and this might be it. This actually might be the solution. Watch. I can leave that. I can leave it. Oh, unless. Okay, well, let's see what happens if I do this. Ah! No! Let me think for a second. Maybe there is a solution where I move. Well, no, if I remember correctly, it flows over this. Right? Hey, let's just test that out. Watch. Yeah. I'm so close. I'm almost positive I need to maintain text as shift. So it has to go in here. Oh, I have an idea. I think I found the solution. Maybe. I'm not sure, but we have to start over. Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I don't think I need 2 text blocks here. As long as I have 1, I can push it over, and that will give me 1 extra text block. The problem is I don't know if I'm going to be able to position the text block because I have to go through here. So I could put the text block here or here, but it's just going to go around it, you know? Yeah, I can't push this against the lava because lava is more, and it's also stop. So that's why the lava will stop. And it doesn't flow over the text. Yeah, let's restart it. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll put the flag text over there first. Oops. Yeah. Oh, wait. I was thinking, what if I put this, the belt, over here? But I don't. But remember, the lava flows over the belt. The lava does not flow over the text blocks, but it will flow over the belt and the flag. Unless... Is there some other clever arrangement I'm missing? I don't know. Whoops. Like this. Right? See, yeah, but my problem is now I'm stuck. Like... If I put it here, now I can't access, you know, and obviously I can't go that way either. Yeah, it's basically the same. Look. I was trying to think if I could use this in some clever way to get level off the wall, but I don't think it's possible. I'm so close. I can feel it. It's hopeless, 27 says. We've been on this level for so long now. Hold on, let me back up. Let me back it up. This text block has to go here. Yeah. This text block has to go here so that I can get across the belt initially to get belt to shift. Break belt to shift. We bring shift up. We go text is shift. And then that gives us the other is to take the belt up, which is what we did here. Oops. But now, like, I'm almost wondering if... I'm wondering if there's some other clever thing. Like, what if I put text here? If I break text is shift, does that give us any advantage? I don't think so. I don't think it matters. The only other idea that I have is to do something like this. This is an experiment. Let's just see if what happens. When I do this, let's bring shift up. Whoops. Right. The problem is, so I can... It's like I can, you know, well, now I'm just curious what will happen. What happens to this? And the other thing is, like, look, well, we might as well just experiment. Like, well, I just want to see what happens. Yeah, look, it expands immediately. Like, the text has to be around it. It can't just be on top. Is there something else? Like, it's called booby trap. Is there something else I'm missing? No. This is so much madness. Get an easier game. Tyler is all Galadriel? What? I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Yeah, this is the problem, is like, I get close. I'm just wondering. Level is shift? I don't think that's gonna help. I can't access belt. But what's weird... I guess it's like this. I think you can break belt as belt just so that you can access this. Well, actually, you wouldn't need... Oh, yeah, you would, because if I pushed it up here, I wouldn't be able to go left. So I need to break belt as belt to go like this. Oh, but wait. Wait a minute. What if it's some shenanigans like this? What if it's some shenanigans? Watch this. Whoa, whoa. Did you see? Look. What? Oh, shoot, I messed up. Wait, what the... How is this going to make any sense? I'm wondering because we have double action. Look. Oh! Look at this! That it has to be this. I can double up the text. Or I can double if I put the text on a flag, it moves because they are both shifting each other simultaneously. So every turn they move one. It has to be something dumb like this. But now the problem. So the problem is now I have all this dumb text here. But maybe that's the key. Maybe I don't actually need to push the text through here. I just need to push one thing. Okay, give me a minute, okay? I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna break this flag as shift at the right moment. Watch. I guess I could break it now. Boom. Wait, did we beat it? I think we beat it. Oh wait, I don't want to get too hasty here. Whoops. There. I think we just beat it. No way. No way. No freaking way. Vlad, you basically have to become the level of Galadriel to be able to do that. That's the level of wisdom and insight you need. How many more moves do you need to get Baba up there? Maybe you could position Is the way it needs a few more moves to reach up there. Yeah, I had looked at that JF, but because I need to pass through that tiny corridor, there was no way for me to place Is to block the corridor behind me. But yeah, thank you guys. JF, Doomsday, thank you. So yeah, look at this. Now I've got, you know, I've got Baba. But you can see now these doors are locked, so I can't access the other rooms yet. But there will be a way to open. Yeah, wall and door is stopped. Door is shut. Cursor is not push and not open and not you. I've never seen cursor. That's a new text. I've never seen that. But wait, what is open? Flag is push and open. So I'm guessing one of these levels I can transform into a flag and then break through to this next room. But yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna access this one. Canister. Level 4. Like, I'm not gonna play this because it's getting late. But Baba's fun. Yeah, I don't know why we've never played this on stream. I think I really enjoy doing puzzles on my own, and I feel like it would be boring for you guys. But I don't know, maybe it is fun for you to try and solve the puzzle with me. But yeah, thank you guys for attending the stream. And sorry that Roadwarden didn't work out for me. I really did give it a good try. I think we played close to 10 hours, maybe more. And, you know, maybe the game gets really good later, but if 10 hours in I'm not hooked, you know. And I already stated kind of the reasons why. It's not a bad game. It has beautiful pixel art, it has great music. It didn't hook me in a way, and it maybe rubbed me the wrong way a little bit in some ways, with the story building, with the characterization, even with the prose. The way that the descriptions were written was more confusing than brilliant. So I felt that, yeah, I was kind of not as invested. It wasn't as rewarding. So I'm not going to finish Roadwarden, unfortunately, though I don't regret getting it. I got it on sale anyways, and happy to support, I don't know, small teams making games. It's not easy. It's not easy. But yeah. It wasn't your cup of either, Doomsday. You know. Also, yeah, now that I think about it, maybe Roadwarden was like not a good pick for stream, because it's just me reading a book to you guys. Maybe that's also what made it, yeah, and maybe, to be fair, that's what made it worse for me, because I imagine if you're just reading it to yourself in your head, the game goes much more quickly and it's not as tiring as reading out loud. So, you know, maybe that was also on me there a little bit to do that. But I was expecting it to be more of a video game, like, and to have more game elements. But we spent 10 hours and only completed one quest, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And we didn't kill a single thing. Or did we? I don't remember. I don't think we killed anything. No, we killed a spider. We used our Numa and we killed a spider. That's the one thing that we did. But otherwise, yeah. Didn't make it very far. The only game I still haven't played is Outlast 2. 27. You won't let up, but you love Outlast 2 apparently. But I have so many other games I want to play with you guys. We'll see. I mean, it could be fun to continue Baba Is You with you guys. Because I am towards the very end of the game. It might be fun to just play those out. But also, I have some other games. I mean, I've been thinking it would be fun to actually do a full playthrough of Terraria. Because I played that, you know, years ago. And I played it with a friend as multiplayer, but I wasn't as invested. My friend was kind of doing everything. and that was fun. It makes it easy for me. But then I didn't feel like I became good at the game. And so it might be fun to actually do a playthrough from scratch so that I'm building and exploring. I remember when I first got Terraria, it was after I had played Minecraft a bunch. And I was getting a bit sick of Minecraft. I was kind of frustrated that, at least in that version of Minecraft, there weren't many biomes, you know, and like you could only just dig down and get diamonds, and that was kind of it. And even the Nether was not that interesting. I mean, it was interesting enough, but not to keep exploring. But then I picked up Terraria, and it had all these biomes and like so many different weapons and upgrades and exciting bosses to fight. Like, it really hooked me that first time I played it, but I never beat the game. So yeah, I don't know. Do a speed run of Roadwarden. I wonder if someone has. Nowadays, there's speedruns of every game. Someone, I'm sure, has memorized the optimal point and click. You know, it would just be how quickly can you menu through the game, essentially, with maybe some RNG if you have to fight in the game and basically roll the dice. But any other games except the one in space. Poor. You know, you guys are so loyal for showing up to my streams. I never play the game you want me to play, 27, which is Outlast 2. I never play the space Stardew game, essentially, that you want me to play, Vlad. I'm sorry. Have I seen speedruns of Baba Is You? I have not. Those are quite wild. Those rules you can make with text breaks this game into bits. I'll definitely be interested to see some of those speed runs, but I'm gonna wait till I actually beat it. I only have about 20 more levels in the game, and yeah, the game, it turned out to be a much longer game than I expected, because there's like worlds within worlds within worlds, and I wouldn't have even found the extra levels that I'm playing currently if I hadn't seen on the wiki that it existed. I was like, what is this question mark world? What is that? I click on it and it's like, oh, you can access that if you transform level is Baba on the main map. And then I was like, whoa, okay. And that just kept leading deeper and deeper down. So yeah, but yeah, you like Phasmophobia. That sounds scary. All right, Vlad, thanks for dropping by. I'm going to be ending the stream here in a minute anyway. But good to have you here. Good to have everybody. Everyone that dropped in, JF, 27, Doomsday. I think Omni was here as well. Maybe someone else. It was fun. Yeah. And yeah, we'll pick back up. I'll stream again at some point. Maybe this weekend if I'm feeling like it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day or your evening, whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you live in the world. And yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. Bye.